How's it going, guys? Bringer Platoon here, and welcome to another great game in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I'm going to be playing the Tier 8 Russian tank destroyer, the SU-101. It's, it's, uh, it's alright. I enjoy it. It's not terrible. I've already skipped my way past it by using ×2 XP from the spring event thing. I completed that like 10 days into the month, and I've just had ×2 XP on for the remainder of the month. And now that it's almost over, I realize I have to use them with the ×2s with the ×5 XP boost that I've been, pretty much saving in my garage for doing grinds like this. So I'm getting ×2 and ×5s done together in each game that I play. It helps a lot. It really does. And going into the stats of this game, or the stats of the tank that I'm playing this game, it's not fully decked out. I'm up to the Tier 9 now. I'm stuck on the Tier 9 right now, but that's not terrible, and you'll see why when you get there. But I have the Tier 7 gun on, the Tier 7 100mm, and I have 175 base pen for the AP rounds, and 235 base pen for the APCR premium rounds. It's got a rate of fire of 10 rounds a minute base. Its aim time is 1.7, which sounds phenomenal, and it is. The dispersion is 0.35. I don't know what it is on console, but again, this is all just from tanks.gg. Top speed is 54 kilometers an hour, and reverse speed is 16. Your armor is kind of shit, so I kind of won't go into that. If you try and side-scrape with this thing, you can, or they'll just shoot your turret and pen you. No problem. But yeah, just play it like you would a Borsig, and kind of stay back, but support your team. I know that's kind of hard to do in a turretless tank destroyer, which, by the way, only has 9.3 degrees of gun arc one way, and then it's for both ways. 9.3 degrees of gun arc. That's weird. And 2.3 degrees of gun depression. And then you can aim the gun up directly to the sky. 18.5 degrees. A lot of fucking decimals on this tank. That's weird. Okay. So, the stats on the gun. Yeah, I already went through the stats of the gun, didn't I? Yeah, sure did. View range is 380. Definitely workable. I've got optics on this game, or in this game. Or just flat out playing the Tier 8, which, again, I will mention that I've made it to the Tier 9 now. But moving on. For this Tier 8, I have optics on, as well as a gun rammer and vents, just to help out with the DPM as well as the view range. And with the camouflage of, I think it's 60 on console, that's how they measure it, is on a scale of 1 to 100, and it's got a camouflage of 60, so it's definitely fucking usable, but just don't get caught out in the open or detected and you're fine. Just stay hidden, and honestly, you'd probably be better off going for binoculars, but it's a tough call, because you're going to be always on the move. Your gun arc sucks, so you'll have to turn your tank multiple times, and that entire time you could just be using coded optics and seeing your enemies the entire time instead of waiting the 5 seconds for the binocs to be activated. Same thing with the camo net. If you want to use binocs, camo net, and vents, go for it, but honestly, I just like the added DPM onto this thing. And if I didn't mention the DPM for the gun that I'm using right now, it's 2500, which isn't bad at all. And when I got to the end of this line, and as in no longer stock, I used the Tier 9 100mm and not the 122mm, simply because I prefer accuracy and DPM over large alpha, especially for a turretless tank destroyer, again, that doesn't have a lot of flexibility in its gun, or gun depression, and so on and so forth. But yeah, being stock, I know that any one of these tanks one-on-one will absolutely dick on me. So what am I doing for my team? Using my coded optics at all times, and just popping over the hill so they can dick on people that I can't shoot at quite yet. Like, I've got a lot of APCR on simply because, well, you need it, especially when your base pen is only 175, and your premium pen isn't all that impressive at, again, a 235. So, yeah. But this is just a game showing what you're capable of, even in a stock tank. Granted, if I didn't have the optics on right now, I probably wouldn't be doing a very good job spotting for my team, but considering that I am, it's I'm just waiting for opportune shots. T-32 turns his turret, and I put one into him, and he definitely wasn't where he should have been. I would have been in a T-32, I would have been working the ridgeline on like D0 to stop anyone from coming down that hill towards me. And we all know how invincible that T-32 turret is, especially when it gets top tier like this. So, yeah, definitely a misplay on that guy's part. And right now, I'm just rushing to get damage. Like, yes, I have 5,200 damage combined. Almost 5,300. But that's not good enough for me. Oh, no. Spotting is great, but base damage is better because, again, I will say that I feel like spotting... Yes, other people are doing the work for me, but I'm the one spotting, so yeah, I just feel kind of lazy, and I would rather throw up, like, if I spotted 8,000 damage in a game, but I had really shitty base damage, I wouldn't throw it up. Just because, again, it's not really skill-based to spot for your team, although I guess staying unspotted while spotting for your team could be a certain skill set for, like, light tanks, and stuff like that, but not in a tank like this. Like, at that point, I was punishing them for not killing me. They could have very easily rushed to my location and just bipped me at like 2 or 3 times with their bigger caliber. Well, I guess it'd be like 3 times for the T-32, but you understand what I'm saying. Like, they could have rushed me no problem, and I just try to put in a quick shot for these guys so we can get a base reset, and somebody kills the Black Prince. I probably would have gotten the reset there. And then I track him because I know everyone's going to be surrounding him. And I just want the fucking damage because I don't want to force... God damn it. I can't talk right now. I don't want to aim for one of his hatches and then miss because RNG said so. And yeah. So I just went for the more assisted damage. Didn't want to. But yeah, that netted me 6,500 damage combined. And that's a tier 8 tank. Turretless tank destroyer that has no armor in it. So... not complaining, not a very action-oriented game that I'm uploading right now, but I was stock, so what do you want? Hope you guys enjoyed, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.